So hey y'all, today we are going to actually be playing a game called Tabs, aka Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And that man is putting these kids to sleep, aka something I can't say, but yeah. So in this one, I'm actually going to show you one of my things that I actually created. I've been playing this game for a while, and I actually made a few factions. Not these. Not these. I didn't make those. So I'm going to show you some of my things, but not all of them, because you're going to have to wait for more videos to see all of them. Okay, we're going to go to Travel Sandbox. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we're going to bring out probably these, not the Secret Evil or Good Faction, not this. We'll do the Wild West, Pirate, Renaissance, Dynasty, Viking, probably Ancient, Medieval. Okay, we're gonna first start with the Egyptian faction that I made. It's not gonna be the best faction ever, but I do think I did a good job. So we have the king first. I'm gonna use the clubber as a test dummy. So we have the king. Pretty much what he does is he has the Pharaoh kneel. He has the Pharaoh kneel, which pretty much puts them to sleep, I'd say. He also has, I believe, does he have Fire Sword? I forgot what Fire Sword is. Yeah, he also has Fire Sword. So he's pretty much just like a really strong support unit. Then we have the Mummy. Really, really slow, but it's pretty much like a trap. When you go too close, it will suck your blood. This fan turned a little red. Hey buddy, are you good? You good, bro? I don't think he is. Okay. Now I'm going to show y'all the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is pretty much it's like a strong warrior. It's just a very, very powerful warrior, pretty much. Next, I'm going to show y'all the healer. Okay, which one should I put this with? I'm going to put this with the king. It's pretty much just like a healer. It's just like the healer from the medieval faction. It's just like it. It's just a little bit more expensive. It's pretty much just a different skin. But it is a little bit better than that one. I guess I'll show you it in action with the warrior, I guess, maybe. Okay, this warrior is just like the squire. Now we have the royal guard. This is like it's like a better version of the pharaoh, pretty much. This one would be good with the healer. Now, he is actually very... I need to reprogram the heals. I forgot to put him on strongest enemy. Okay, I'm sorry. It heals the enemy. Okay, this is the builder. He throws a pot and then it throws out a snake with it. I will show y'all how I actually did all these. So, pretty much... no one actually saw that. So now I'm gonna actually show y'all how I made these. So pretty much, let me just get to the custom content and stuff here. So now, if I look at these, I go to, and now if I go to, I guess I'll do it here, I guess. So let's first go to the healer. So for the healer, we are actually going to do, for this, we're gonna do the, what do y'all think? Most expensive friend, I think. Oh, most expensive. Okay. So for the healer, I gave him the Solar Architect Wand. And pretty much what this does is, it pretty much heals. And I put the projectile to heal, so that it heals them. Because if you go to stats and you go to heal, and you go to projectile, for these, you can choose what projectile, and if you do heal, it's pretty much just like the healer stat. No special abilities, because it's just a healer, you don't really need that. Y'all could look at all of these. So it's pretty much this. Y'all could see what I did here if y'all want to copy it. So, yeah. That's what I did for that. For the stats, I left the hit points at 100 because it's literally a healer. It's supposed to be weak. It's supposed to be able to get one-shotted. I just let the stats stay normal. took a little picture of it. Not gonna do that right now though. The auto cost is that. I don't know, if I manualize it, the auto cost should be 250. Okay? A healer of the Egyptian world. Boom. That if we overwrite. Now you'll see that, yeah. Pretty much. This is what the healer is. Okay, next, I guess I'll show y'all the Pharaoh. So, okay, the Pharaoh is pretty much just a really strong guy. I just left them all at Clubber because I don't really, okay, y'all can try to pronounce that. I don't really feel like it. Backwards dodge allows it to dodge like fencer attacks and a lot of those. Now y'all could look at these. Okay, so now if I look at the stats, it has 500 hit points, and then 1.5 times more damage, because I want this thing to do a lot of damage since it is supposed to be pretty much just a beefed up warrior. Named it Pharaoh, a rework of the already made Pharaoh. And then if we do this, I did 500 for cost. And then if we save the unit, overwrite, then you'll see what I did for the Pharaoh. Yes. See, is there any others here? Okay, we have the King. The King is pretty much, it's ranged unit. I put the Pharaoh sickle in the Ottoman shield. I also gave it a lot of buffs. So Pharaoh kneel, backwards dodge, explosive death, firestorm, and then master projectile block, so it doesn't get shot. That's why it's so expensive. Now y'all can look at these. Give it a hat, good looking dress. So yeah. And if we look at the stats here, I gave it a lot of hit points because if something comes close to it, since it is the King, I don't want it to just die instantly. I don't want this thing acting just like a ranged unit. I want it acting like a beefed up unit. I did lower the speed, because the movement speed, because it's a King and like it's not supposed to be an athlete, so that's why I did that. Damage was increased so that it would still be balanced to make up for the lack of movement speed. Attack speed stayed the same, size, hit points, and stuff. And then if we do all of these, the ruler of Giza himself. Okay, and then if we put this to manual, I did 250. And yeah, if we overwrite, that's how I made the King. So now I think that we will have to go to the second page now. So if we look at the second page, we will find the builder. The builder is pretty much one of the builders from the Great Pyramids. And now this guy, I made him 100 for cost. So I made him 100. Since he's not supposed to be too OP, but he's pretty good. The stats, I gave him 100 hit points. Size, normal. I did increase the unit weight since he is carrying an entire pot. It just makes sense. Movement speed is also lowered because he's carrying a pot. Attack speed is lowered because since the projectile is snakes, and since he's throwing the snake, it would just be way too OP if it was full on attack speed. Damage is normal because the pot still does a ton of damage. Y'all could look at these. Give him a nice little beard, you know what I mean? So now, yeah. And then if we look at the weapons, it's the water jug. No special abilities here. Just left this normal. And yeah. So now if we save the unit, overwrite. Yeah, that's how I made the builder. Now I think that there's only one left. Yeah, because we have the... Oh no, wait. I still have to show y'all the warrior. Right? Yeah. So I have to show y'all the warrior. I'll show y'all that first. So the warrior is... Okay, warrior's right here. The cost is 100 gold, because it's just supposed to be like a normal warrior. Kind of like the squire. A basic swordsman. Hit points, 250. Size, normal. Movement speed I did increase because he's not carrying that much. He's literally just carrying a sword, and he has some pretty light stuff on. All the other things I left the same. Y'all can look at these. Give a nice little hat, Resident shirt, Ottoman pants, fantasy, good shoes. Okay, then weapon, I gave him a barbarian sword, no special abilities, and then for these, I just left these at normal. Okay, so yeah, so that's the swordsman. Now I do believe I still have to show y'all the royal guard, right? The royal guard is right here. So now, if we look at this, I gave him all the basic stuff. I actually gave him the, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. I also gave him a painter dodge, as they have one of the best dodges. Master projectile block, because this thing looks so much like a lightsaber. I had to add it. Legacy helmet, medieval priest, fantasy good pants, and then the executioner boots. Now if we look at the stats, hit points are 1000, because this guy's, he's pretty much supposed to be like a beefed up king. That's what I tried going for here. And his sword is definitely fit to size. Size I left in normal. Unit weight, because he's been trained, so he probably should keep that. Movement speed also, I increased it because he's pretty much like, he's trained. He's not like a king, he's trained, so that's why I increased movement speed. Attack speed, I wanted this guy to pretty much be like a lightsaber. Really. Like a lightsaber wielder. So like he would like slash and slash and slash. I'm actually gonna show y'all a testing of the unit. So see if y'all look. He is actually really, really OP. I'm not even trolling. He can destroy a lot of things. It's a very, very, very overpowered unit. He does a ton of damage. He can be destroyed though. He's not invincible. He could be he could be destroyed by a lot of things. So yeah, that's that. I put his manual cost to 200. Holding one of the most powerful swords in the world, and trained for years to protect the king. So that's what that is. You overwrite that. That's pretty much what we did there. And I believe I did show y'all everything. Now I'm not going to show y'all any more factions, but I'm going to show y'all this for something. Okay, we're going to do a battle here. We're going to do the Egyptians. So the king, he's 2 royal guards. A few pharaohs in the front lines. I know what a pharaoh is, I just thought it would be cool to like make him a beat up warrior. A mummy line. That's why I call this now. The healers to protect the king. Okay, we have to have just some normal warriors. You know, we can't just have goated ones. You know, we gotta have some normals. And then the builders, these guys were just brought in here because they said we needed a ranged unit, okay? Versus the medieval faction. Okay, so for the medieval faction, we will have the king. His 2 knights. The healers. AKA the priests. The squires. And they also needed someone to rank him up, you know what I'm saying? So they needed barb. Archers. few catapults. And I think that should be it. So now we'll see who wins this. So as you see, they are all healing him. This actually kind of worked, just as planned. And the builders are going to throw all their stakes, as you can see. Take out this is literally. Hold on. I got eat. My face was eaten alive by a snake. I'm sorry for laughing at that, bro, but that snake just said kamikaze. Okay, let's do it against the Renaissance. Actually, as Da Vinci himself was here. They arrived a few fencers, some balloon archers, they said, with one small-headed archer, so he wouldn't get hit by an arrow. I just went, hold on, no, I'm sorry, okay, hold on. One of his most famous lines, the Musket line. Okay, a few halberds. They needed a few more fencers, as they said. A few of the most famous jousters. It is one but not only. Da Vinci Tank! Da Vinci Tank! Da Vinci Tank! Da Vinci... Hold on, wait. Okay, wait, I gotta see something. Gotta time this. Da Vinci! Wow. Maybe Da Vinci should be in the back. Maybe he should be in the back, yeah. Da Vinci! Here we are! He would paint to them ribs. Whoa. People were getting removed. The muskets. Destroying everything. But she said, I will paint you red. As the Vinci tank said, no. Boom. 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 No. It's destroyed. The Vinci was hit by one of the fallen bricks. Yeah, his fallen soldiers tried. But as the soldiers had won. So yes, that is what this army is capable of. But that it was the dynasties, the Monkey King, his Huachas, one of the most powerful, a few of the dragons, a few of the most masterly mind ninjas in the world, a monk, a few of the monks from the kingdom, his fireman archer line. And then to his surprise. But there was one more thing. They did need a few taekwondoers to kick literally all of them off the map. But this is insane. Sensei. Ooh, hi! Oh. Please hold on. Please help. they did not make it against Dynasty. Here's the question: who would win, the Shogun or the Sensei? The most best block. The Sensei for sure. Who would win this? The Samurai Giant or the Shogun? This or the Sensei? Oh, the Sensei is one of the Joker. He does not stop spinning. You can only block so many. Oh my god. That was crazy. Okay. Cavalry. Boom, 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 boom. Yeehaw, they said. Call it Deadeye. Boom. He locks eyes and he says, "Snip. I will show you more of this." But peace, y'all. Bye. And make sure to don't mess with the gunslingers. Yeah. Especially the small-headed ones. Okay, y'all. Bye. Peace.